안녕하세요. For those of you who missed a class, or those of you who would like to review, please study this video. Okay. We review the new vocabs that I asked you to study this past week. Okay. So this should not be new for you by this time. Okay. And I have a new set of vocabulary for coming week. So make sure that you really know this. Okay. This week is called what? Hopefully you got it. 이번 주. So 이번 means this, week means 주. Okay. Today we also learned 저번 주, which means last week. 저번 주. 저번 주, last week. Last week. And 다음 주 is next week. So these are new this week. I just covered them in the class today, okay? So please write this in your notebook. You could pause me throughout the videos and then just take notes. All right. So that's 이번 주, 저번 주, 다음 주. Okay. Next. Okay, so let me tell you a story. So mom is so angry. Who did this yesterday? This kid, he knows his brother Jay did it. Okay, so but he doesn't want to, tell on him. So, mom's, if you don't tell me, you're gonna get in trouble. She's like, says, Jay did it. Oh, Jay did it. Oh, Jay did it. Right. So the word, what do I have? Yeah, the word for yesterday is 어제. 어제. Yesterday is 어제. Please remember, who did this yesterday? Jay did it. Okay, so remember the story. 어제. Of course, it's not 어제. It's just 어제. This is just to help you remember 어제. So far this semester, these are the time words we learned. 오늘, today, 어제, yesterday, 아까, a while ago, 이번 주, this week, 저번 주, last week, 다음 주, next week. And we also learned the time. So that will be at 3 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, 5시에. So you can continue to say at, if I say at 7 o'clock, what is it? 7시. 7시에. Okay? So she is a counting unit for time. 에 means at. Okay, so that should not, you should be pretty good with it already. Okay, continuing. So the other 5 vocabs were I went, 갔어요. Remember, I need gas, 갔어요. I came, right? What? He came, right? 왔어요, 왔어요. I made, 만들었어요, 만들었어요. Make sure that you pronounce it pretty smoothly. It'll sound like 만, 드, 러, 서, 요. 만들어, 만들어, 만들었어요, 만들었어요. I like, 좋아해요. I dislike, 싫어해요. Okay, so far all we've learned 12 verbs. Okay, 했어요 means did. I did. 공부했어요. I studied. 운동했어요. I worked out. 일했어요. I worked. 밥 했어요. I prepare a meal. 봤어요. I saw. 먹었어요. I ate. 갔어요. I went. 왔어요. I came. 만들었어요. I made. 좋아해요. I like. 싫어해요. I don't like. But actually, we've learned more. Okay, so let me tell you what. Oops. Let me see what they are. So we also learned. Let's see. Okay, 13 was not on the list, but in the class here and there we learned. 있어요. So you should study this too. 있어요 means I have. 있어요. 14. What does it? How do you say I don't have? 없어요. 없어요. if I ask you, do you have a pen? pen 있어요? Do you have a car? 차 있어요? Do you have a bag? 가방 있어요? Right? So if you have them, you could say 네, 가방 있어요. If you don't have them, you say 아니요, 없어요. 없어요. So this will replace that. So it'll sound like 없어요. But it sounds a little bit more 없어요, right? So the object, you will always put it in front, object and verb, right? Pizza 없어요. I don't have pizza. Pen 없어요. I don't have a pen. Cup 없어요. I don't have a cup, right? Computer 없어요. I don't have a computer. Okay, so study that. Put it in your notes. Two other things that we learned is 알아요. 알아요. 몰라요. 몰라요. 알아요 means I know. I know. 몰라요 means I don't know. I don't know. Okay? So you need to make sure you put this in your notebook. Okay? All right. So far, these are the vocabularies that you should know. Okay? So you could pause it and make sure that you know this. So up to 27. But like I said, in addition to that, you know a few more. So I will go over with, later on. I'll add the ones that I just added, like 있어요, 없어요, 알아요, 몰라요, things like that. Okay. Let's review the color. This is red, 빨간색. Okay. And when we say something like red something, we drop 색. So we say 빨간 가방, red bag. 빨간 차. Same thing with 노란색. You will drop this, right? And then you will say 노란 식당. 노란 식당. Oh, that's another word that we learned. 식당. 노란 식당. 식당 is a restaurant. Restaurant. Okay. 노란 컵. 노란 컵. 파란색. 파란 책. 파란 pen. Okay. So again, you drop, if you're using it as an adjective, you drop that and say 파란 책, 파란 pen. Now, 초록색 is a little different. So 초록색 is green, right? So if you have a green bag, 가방, right? Bag. Okay, you do have to say 초록색 가방. 초록색 가방. So I'm thinking the ones that ends with 는, right? 는, where is it? 는, 빨간, yeah, 는. You drop 색, okay? Yeah, so that's a rule, okay? So when it doesn't have a 는 here, it's not 는, right? So then you keep it. So it'll say 초록색 가방. Please make notes. And we learned a new color, which is white. Okay, so white. We have two ways of saying. I think in conversation they say this more in conversation, but officially it's this one. In the most of the textbook you'll see this is 의, right? The vowel is 의, 흰, but you don't have to say that. Most of the time people say 흰색. This is how it pronounces 흰색. Okay, what does it have to do with it? 흰, okay, I'm not being racist at all, okay? He's a white boy, right? White boy, right? So remember that. He is, well, is missing, but anyway, so is implied. He is in sag. 흰색. 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 So try to remember this white boy and a sag. Okay, so 흰색. And we also practice reading signs. When you go to Korea, there will be a lot of stores and buildings, and it's got many many signs. So this one is a K beauty, like a place, and everywhere you go, this is very famous, and especially the tourists. This is one place that you go. Okay, so pause and then try to read what it says. Okay, I believe you had to go at it. It is Olive Young, Olive Young, but this is Olive Young, Olive Young, Olive Young, and you will see this. This is a very famous, popular place, so you will see this everywhere. Olive Young, Olive Young. The next one, try to read this. This is what we did. Okay, and pause me and read it. I believe you had to go at it. 포장 할인. 포장 is to go. 할인, 할인, because this one will place that, so it'll sound 할인. 포장 할인. Yeah, that's if you have it to go, there'll be 2001. This is Korean money, discounted. Okay, try to read this. Okay, 스타벅스 커피. It says right here. 스타벅스 커피. Next one. You could pause and read, okay? Okay. 다이소. 다이소. Daiso. It's kind of like a Dollar Tree place in Korea, originated from Japan. This is a very famous place, and I think Kansas City has two of these. They just came in last year or something like that. Very, very popular place in Korea. Korea. Okay, try to read this. You could pause and read it. Okay, hope you had a go at it. 핸드폰 가게. We learned 가게 is a store. 핸드폰 가게. A store that sells handphone or cell phone. This one. Okay. Always pause and I'm just going to start, okay? 파리 바게트. 파리 바게트. Paris baguette. Okay, this is a bakery place, very popular in Korea, more popular than Dureju. Okay, and this is also just came in last year here in Kansas City in the Oak Park Plaza, not in the mall, but in that plaza right next to IHOP. There, Paris baguette too. Try that. Okay, try to read this. Okay, so it's called 옷이 날개. So this one will go there, right? 옷이 날개. 옷 means clothing in Korea. Okay, 날개 means wing. So this clothing store is saying, the clothing is the wings. Okay, try to read this. Okay, so I hope you had a go at it. BTS 와 means and. Army를 환영합니다. 환영합니다. Okay, I mentioned that in Korean, there are other form of sentences that ends with 니다. 합니다, 갑니다, 먹었습니다, 안녕합니다, 니다. So for those, always ends with 니다, which is kind of be verb here too. All right, and then in front of that, whatever this is, but the final consonant is bu all the time. Bu, 니다. And then the irregularity is, instead of bu, this sounds like mu. So instead of 환영합니다 is 합니다. Okay, so if there is a word that ends with nope, 니다, I'm sorry, you can't really see. Okay, so if you have nope, 니다, let's go with nope, 니다. You sound as 놈니다. You pronounce as 놈. 놈니다. 합니다. Okay, try to read this. Okay, it says to the top 영어 학원. This, yeah, we'll go there. 학원. To the top 영어 학원. 영어 means English. Tutor, top tutor English learning center. All right. Okay, you will see this a lot in Korea. Subway. 지하철. 지하철. Pause and read it. 차 타는 곳. 차 타는 곳. So in the subway, there are like arrows where you take the car, tracks, and things like that. So that's a sign there. Okay, here, read it. You don't have to read this. Okay. 공사 중. 공사 중. In construction. Okay. And why don't you try to read this one? Okay. 파리 크라상. 파리 크라상. Paris croissant. All right. And sometimes kind of old style restaurants will have their menus like this. Menus like this. Okay. And these are the price, 6,001. Today, that'll be like a $4.50 or something like that. Okay, these are the prices. Pretty cheap, right? So try to read something here. We read this one. So that'll go down. Okay, try. 김치, 김치, 볶음밥, but this will replace here. So it'll sound 볶음밥. What does that mean? It's a 볶음밥 is a fried rice. Fried rice. So fried rice with kimchi. Kimchi 볶음밥. We have, let's say, shrimp 볶음밥, fried rice. Okay, we have 불고기 볶음밥. So 볶음밥 is a fried rice. All right, that's good. That's good reading practice. And today we started to learn a new number system. This is actually easier. All are made of one syllable. So let's go ahead and read it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I will make another video of just practicing this like maybe many times, okay? But in this video I am not going to do that. So this is the back of your booklet, and then down here we've been learning this one, okay? But this week we're learning this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now if you look at this, okay, so this is 10. 10. 10 is 10. So then how do you write 20, 30, 40, 50, 60? It's pretty easy, okay? So 10 is here, 10. This is 20, okay? They're all 10. Look at that. 10, 10, 10, 10, right? 20, you have two 20s, right? Two 20s. So that'll be 20. 30 would be 30, right? 40 will be 40. 50 will be 50. Then 60, I don't have a 60 here, but 60 will be 60. So it'll be 60. 70 will be 70. 70 will be 70. 80 will be 80. That will be 80 will be 80. 90. 90. It'll be 90. And either way, whether you use this or this, 100 is 100. And we only use this 하나 둘 셋 넷 until 1 through 99. After that is we go with this system. We don't have a way to say this after 99. Okay, so and it's a lot easier because here 10 is 열, 20 is 스무, 30 is 허른. They're all different. 40 is 마흔. But here, if you look at it, 20 is 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay? Now, 100 is 100. 100. These, of course, because it only has until 99. So there's only one. Right now in Korea, one can be 하나 or 일. Right? But from 100, it's only this system we're using. So 100 is 100, 1000 is 1000, 10,000 is 만. Okay, I'm not expecting you to memorize it right now, but yeah, eventually you will. Okay, or you should. Okay, so why am I teaching you this? Because we want to know, we want to be able to read the price tag. Okay, so 얼마예요? 예요 or 이예요? You know it means is. Okay, is. 얼마 means how much. So when we say 얼마예요, that means how much is it? How much is it? And what you need to know is dollar. Dollars is called 불. 불. Okay? 불. 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 In Korean, currency is won. My last name is Won. Joanne Won. Won. Like number one, won. That's it. Okay, 불 and won. That's something you want to memorize. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And these are the numbers we just went over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, what about 20? Well, okay, so let's say if we want to say $5, how much is it? And then you want to say, oh, it's $5. $5? 5 is 오, dollar is 불. So 5불이에요. Just like other questions, 얼마 means how much. So in this box, you put that amount. Okay, you put that amount, and then you continue to say 이에요. All right. So if it's $10, how do you say? 10 is 10, right? Dollar is 불. So 10불이에요. 10불이에요. And since 불 and won, they both have the final consonant, you're not going to say 예요. You're going to say 이에요. 이에요. 10불이에요. What about $100? Okay, well, let's look at it. $100. Okay, so it says 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100 is called peg. Peg. So $100 will be 백불이에요. 백불이에요. Now, how about 101? 101, right? So 101이에요. How about this? Okay, then we need to go here. So how do you say 200? 200 will be 200. See, 200. How do you say 300? Since yeah, okay. How do you say 300? 300. 300. How about 400? 400. 400. 500? 500. 500. On and on and on. So what about 1,000 and 10,000? 1,000. So these you just have to memorize. 1,000 is 천. So how would you say 2,000? 2,000 will be 이천. 3,000. that'll be 3. Let me just kind of erase it again. And I'll just, oopsie. Now I'll use a different color. How about, let's use, okay, this color. So how do you say 3,000? 3,000. So 1,000 is 1,000. 3 is 3, 3,000. How about 4,000? That's 4,000. 5,000. 5,000. You get it. 10,000 is man. Man. So how would you say 2,000? I mean 20,000. That'll be 2만. How about 30,000? 3만. 40,000. 4만. 50,000. 5만. You get it? Okay. Well, why are we, learning big numbers? Because Korean money unit is kind of big. So for $1, it used to be 1,000 won. It's the same thing as 1,000 won, but dollar is stronger now. So 1,000 won is less than $1. I don't know, maybe 60 something cents. Okay, but for the sake of just practicing, we are going to assume $1 is 1,000 won. Okay, so easy way to, because when you go to Korea and look at all the price tag, they're like 75,000 won, and it seems a lot, but all you have to do is drop the 3,000. I mean 3 zeros, because it's $1 is 1,000 won. If it's same, you drop this, right? So that way you could kind of guess, oh, it's $75. If it says, 5,000, oh no, not dollar, won. Oh, 5,000 won, you drop that. Oh, it's about $5. Do you get it? All right. So let's practice a little bit more. So if it is 1,000 won, how much is it? 얼마예요? Oh, it's 1,000 won. So where's 1,000? 1,000 is here. 1,000 won. So you'll say 1,000원이에요. 1,000원이에요. Okay, how would you say it is $120? Okay, so you start with 100 and then you read 20. Okay, 100, where is it? 20, 20, 120, 120불이에요. 120불이에요. Okay, how about if you say 5,000? We did this in the class. 500. 1. 얼마예요? It's this one. Okay, so that is 5,000 and then 500. So you have to read 5,000, 500. Where's 5,000? 1,000, but there's 5 of them. So 5,000. You will say 5,000. 500. 100 is here. 100. 500. But 5 of them. 500. 5,500. Oops, they're not writing here. 5,500원. 원이에요. Okay? Very good. Okay, let's read. Let's continue to practice reading some numbers here. Okay. So if try to pause me after each question. So we're not using this right now. We're just using this one. Okay. So what is 5? Pause me and answer. Yes. 5. What is 10? Yes. 10. What is 20? 20. So what is 24? What do you think? So you have to say 20 first. 24. It'll be 24. How would you say 31? 30 is 30. 31. right? 31. How would you say 140? 100 is 100. 40 is 4, 40. 140. Okay, 140. How would you say 57? 50 will be 50 or 50. 57. 7. 57. How would you say 3,000? 3,000 is 1,000 is this 천, but three of them. 3,000. 3,000. How would you say 8,000? 8 is 8, 8,000. 8,000. 8,000. Okay. Let's go ahead and work with 10,000. Man. Okay. How to say 90,000? So you say man. 90,000. 9만. How would you say 99? 900. Okay, so that is 90,000, right? And next one is 9,000. Okay. Let me see. Is that? Oh, this is wrong. 99,000. That's what I want. 90 plus 9,000. So 90. How do you write 90? Okay. Man. Man. And then this is 1,000. 천. 9,000. 99,000. Okay? All right. Okay, another thing we learned again is 알아요 and 몰라요. 알아요 and 몰라요. Let's see. 알아요 means I know. It means I know. It means I don't know. Right? So I could say object. If you know something, 알아요, something I know, and then object comes, right? I know what? I know Spanish. I know Korean. I know Bible. Like I know, and object comes, right? I don't know, object comes. In Korean, object comes here, right? Object comes. If you're saying you know something, that something should be here. So 한국말, that means Korean language. 한국말 알아요? If you know, you say 네. 한국말, you say 한국말 알아요. If you don't know, you say 아니요, no. 아니요, 한국말 몰라요. How about you could ask Mr. Kim as an object. Do you know Mr. Kim? You say I know Mr. Kim. So if I ask Mr. Kim 알아요? And if you know, then 네. Mr. Kim 알아요. If you don't know, 아니요. Mr. Kim 몰라요. Right? Again, another object. Algebra 알아요? Asking third grade. Because third grader doesn't know. So 아니요. Algebra 몰라요. If you know, 네. Algebra 알아요. Okay, it's just like other verbs, verbs always come to last in Korean. So you will put those objects of things that you know or you don't know. Okay, so you could say, 이 책 알아요? 이 책 means this book. This book. Okay, that's an object, right? 책. 책 is book. 책. But this book. So 이 is this. 이거, right? 이 책 알아요? If you don't know, 아니요. You could say 몰라요. But full sentence, just for the sake of learning Korean, 아니요. 이 책 몰라요. Okay? So that's 알아요 and 몰라요 we learned. Another thing that I want to mention is 한국말 알아요. So 알아요 is the verb. 한국말 is the object. So do you know Korean? 한국말 알아요. And if you know, you could say 네. 한국말 알아요. I left a space for some reason. 네, 한국말 알아요. 한국말 많이 알아요. This is adverb 많이. 많이 means a lot. So that's a new vocab. 많이. And the way we pronounce it, you drop that. And so it's going to say 많이. 많이 알아요? Do you know Korean a lot? 아니요. 한국말, another adverb, 조금 알아요. This is little bit. 조금. But when people say it, it sounds like 조금. They're tensed. 조금. 조금 알아요. Okay? 한국말 많이 알아요? 아니요. 한국말 조금 알아요. So, 많이, a lot, 조금. Okay, so that's something that you have to memorize. Try to use 많이 and 조금 in a sentence. So 운동했어요. I worked out. I worked out a lot. So you have to put that in front of the verb. 운동 많이 했어요. But you could say, oh, but I thought 운동했어요 was the verb. Yes, but in reality, 운동했어요. It's a kind of like verb phrase. 했어요 is the word, like the verb, like did or do. And then this is exercise or workout, okay, or sports. So in a sense, that is a object already. Okay, I did 운동. So you have to put the adverb in front of the verb. Okay, 운동 많이 했어요. How about I studied a lot? 공부 많이 했어요. How about I worked a lot? Try to say it before I say it. 일 많이 했어요. Okay. How about you worked a little bit? 일 조금 했어요. Okay. I ate. How about I ate little? 밥 조금 먹었어요. Okay. This is 카드 만들었어요 means I made car. 카드 만들었어요. 피자 만들었어요. That means I made pizza, right? 파스타 만들었어요. 김치 만들었어요. Always object before verb. Okay, so I made lots of cards. 카드 많이 만들었어요. Because this is a verb. Okay, so adverb comes in front. Okay, how about movie? 봤어요. 봤어요 means I saw a movie. How about I saw a movie a lot? movie 많이 봤어요. Okay. 피자 좋아해요. You like pizza a lot. 피자 많이 좋아해요. 공부했어요. You studied. I studied a little bit. 공부 조금 했어요. 조금 했어요. Okay. And then 김치 싫어해요. I don't like kimchi. 싫어해요. I don't like kimchi just a little bit. I just don't like it a little bit. Okay. 김치 조금 싫어해요. 김치 조금 싫어해요. Okay, so this was a homework last week. Okay, and I forgot to go over in the class. So let's do this. So these are the ones with h, all right, final consonants, and I think you guys are very good at that. These are little just different, but so we'll go over that. So 좋아, right? How it sounds? It's gonna sound 좋아. You drop h, there, becomes 만아, 만아. But then when you pronounce it, it's gonna be mana, right? It's gonna sound mana because that is going to replace that. Okay, that the next one you drop hu, and do changes to what? To, right? So how would you say this? 많다. The next one, same thing. 싫다. The next one, who drops and 그 changes to 그. So how would you say this? 그렇고. Next, 많고. Okay, the next one, when it's the next consonant is nu or mu, we didn't have any mu one. Then the hu changed to nu. Okay, so 좋네, 많네. Okay, and then if the next one is su, it changes to su, right? So it'll be 줬소, 잃었소. Okay, the next one, I think, well, some Korean teachers have a little bit different, opinions. So this one, 읽다. So the way I used to read 읽다 is 읽. It is still one syllable, but I put and g together, kind of like dark, right? So 읽, right? 읽다, 읽다. But when I looked it up, and some of the teachers read it like this, but some other teachers actually just drop this, or it's very minimum. Yeah, very. It's slightly there, so it's almost like 읽다. So 읽다, and so you not only you drop this, but then do is tensed. 읽다, 읽다. Okay, this one 없다. 스 drops, okay, and then it's tense. 없다. Okay, again, 스 drops here. The 스 drops, and then do becomes tensed. So 넋도, 넋도. Same thing. The second one drops, and it becomes 안고, 안고. Now the next one is a placeholder, so it'll just move there. So 읽어, 읽어. This one same thing, placeholder, so it'll just move. 없어, 없어. This one too, it's a placeholder. 앉으면, 앉으면. Now the next one, it's not placeholder, so it'll become tense. You drop the second one, so it'll be 앉다, 앉다. Next one is a placeholder, so Ju's gonna replace the 앉아서, 앉아서. Same thing. The next one is placeholder, so 수 will move over here, and it's gonna sound 없을 때, 없을 때. Okay, so make sure you study this. And this was a worksheet we were doing in the class, and you probably didn't finish it. So finish as a homework. And those of you who were absent, I sent this in an email, so please go ahead and print it out and study. Okay, so word banking, you're gonna choose. I like Korea. So I like, where's like? Like is 좋아해요. Korea, 한국. 한국 is an object, so you have to say 한국 좋아해요. In the same manner, I like pizza. Korean word is pizza. So object first, pizza, 좋아해요. Dad likes kimchi. So kimchi 좋아해요, but it's not you, it's dad. So you have to say 아빠는. 아빠는 김치 좋아해요. Mom dislikes red color. 엄마는 빨간색, the red color, noun. Red color, 빨간색 싫어해요. Okay? So if you haven't finished it, I want you to finish and try on your own. Okay, then and come back and see if you got it right. Okay. Okay, when did you come? When is 언제? When you came, come, you came, come 왔어요. So 언제 왔어요? When did you work? When is 언제? You worked. Worked is 일했어요. So 언제 일했어요? When did dad go? 언제? 언제? Dad is 아빠는 go 갔어요. When we are using subject comes the very first. 아빠는 언제 갔어요? 아빠는 언제 갔어요? Okay, how do you say what is this? What is 뭐, right? Is this 이거, this is 예요. 이거 뭐예요? This what it is, right? Is this a book? You just have to say this is a book and then change like intonation to question. This is a book. This is a book. That means is this a book? So 책. Oh no, not that one first. 이거 책이에요? So if you don't have this, it's a statement. 책이에요. 이거 this 이거 책이에요? 네, 책이에요. No, it's not a book. 아니요. 책 아니에요. Oh, I don't have that 아니에요. So 아니에요 is one. 아니에요. It just means is not. Okay. Okay, let's try this. How much is this? How much is 얼마? 얼마? This. Okay, but this one will has to come first. And then is 예요. So 이거 얼마예요? 이거 얼마예요? It's $5. I didn't say this is $5. It's just $5. It's $5. 5, 오, dollar is 불. 5불이에요. It's $100. $100. 100. $100 불. 100불이에요. It's 1,001. Where's thousand? Thousand. Thousand, 천. And then one. 1,000원이에요. Okay, good. Write as it sounds. Okay, let's see. So this one, because it's a placeholder, let's just kind of circle the placeholders. Placeholder. And try to see this. Do. So it'll probably, do will change to do. Tense. This. And this one too. 주 will change to 주. Let's see if that's true. Okay. 맑은. So it'll be 맑은. This one will be 밝은. Second 받침 goes to the. This one you drop 스. You drop the second one. So you all drop the second one. Okay. So 없다. 없다. It changes to tense. This one, oh, that is irregularity, I think. Instead of dropping the second one, you drop the first one. So it is more like 읽다. 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 So there is a irregularity. This one, 막다. Same thing. Yeah. You drop this. 막다. 막다. Okay, 막다. How about this one? You drop the first one. 닭장. So that'll be 닭장. 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 Okay, so all these three. And this one, the next one is placeholder. So you will write, let me see. You will write, let me get a space here. Okay. This is hen, chicken, hen. Oh, this is not, yeah, it's okay. 암탉이. Okay. Good job. And let's see. Let me just go ahead and write all the vocabs that we've covered. Okay. Okay, so these are so far the words that you know. Okay, so these are the very first one. 저, 나, me, or I. 가방, bag, Korea, America, house. Mom, dad, and you also know 오빠. Yeah. 밥 먹었어요. 봤어요. 공부했어요. 사람, person, 친구. So with the 사람, you know how to say 미국 사람, 한국 사람, 가게, 선생님, 오늘, today, 아까, a while ago, 운동했어요, 일했어요, 밥했어요, 이번 주, this week, 저번 주, last week, 다음 주, next week, 어제, who did this yesterday? Jay did it yesterday. 어제. 갔어요, 왔어요. He came. What? He came. 만들었어요, 좋아해요, 싫어해요. And then 알아요, 몰라요. I know, I don't know. 많이, a lot. 조금, little. 있어요, I have. 없어요, I don't have. 얼마, how much. 뭐, what. 언제, when. And we also have a 몇 개, right? Like 몇 명, 몇 개. We know that too. That is also how many. This is how many. Okay. 얼마 is almost like how much. 이거, this one. 저거, that one. Dollar, this is dollar. And then one. Okay. I mean, there are some other words you already know, but for sure. Oh, there's one more thing we learned that I wanted you guys to remember was 식당. Remember 식당. That is restaurant. 한국 식당, Korean restaurant. All right, this is way over 30 something. So please go ahead and study these. All right. Okay, bye.